Praise the Lord and good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy and excited to have this opportunity to come to you today to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. That grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I'm so glad that you are with us on today as we lead you in a very special way in today's good morning grief devotion. We're obviously having some type of problem with Facebook, I think. Okay, they're coming in. YouTube is good. Facebook is acting up, but we are going to press on We're going to press on anyhow on today. Make sure you like, share, tag somebody in this post if it's a blessing to you. This lesson may be a blessing to them. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 249. Hopefully, this is right on time. We're going to talk about remembering the past makes hoping for the future possible. Remembering the past makes hoping for the future possible. Let's talk about it, y'all. I know that remembering the person who died and the time we spent together is part of my healing process. I know that remembering the person who died and the time we spent together is part of my healing process. Sometimes remembering can be painful. Remembering the moments, the memories, remembering can be painful, right? Because we can no longer get those moments again. And remembering makes us long for them. Remembering makes us remember the fact that they're no longer here, right? And so a lot of times remembering the past, it can be painful. It's kind of like a two-sided coin, right? That there are times where it's painful, but there's times where it's profitable. Like it brings you so much joy, right? Times where it brings you sadness, and there's other times where it brings you so much gladness. I think it was Dr. Seuss says, don't be sad that it's over, be glad that it happened, right? And we already talked about that before. It's not either or, it's both and. I can be sad that it's over, and I can be glad that that it happens. And I think a lot of times remembering from the person from the past, I think we kind of flow within that we flow back and forth between that. When we begin to remember the people of the past, there's a part of us that's sad that it's over, right? That we can't get those minutes, those moments, those memories back. We can't make anymore. We can't produce or generate anymore. So we're sad that it's over in that aspect. But at the same time, oh, we're glad that it happened. We think back and we laugh. You ever been crying and then just laugh, broke out with laughter of a time you had or something they said or a memory or a moment or something that you had, right? And so we flow within that dichotomy, one of those big fancy university $1 million words. We flow within that dichotomy to where we're sad that it's over, but we're also glad that it's happened. And that's where we live and stay. Remembering the person who died, the time we spent together is part of the healing process. And this is it, y'all. It's part of the healing process. You can't erase their memory from your life. You can't erase their existence from your life, no matter how much you try to ignore it and not think about it because you think it's too painful. It's part of the healing process. It's good to remember. It's so good to remember that even Jesus, he says, do this in remembrance of me. He said, as often as you drink this bread, drink this how you drink bread. As often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, do it in remember. Take time to remember me, right? We know that's Jesus Christ, and we remember him. And yet, even when it comes to our loved ones, it's good to remember. It's good. It's good to remember because it's part of the healing process. Oh, it's so good to remember. It's so good to remember because it's part of the healing process. And in that process, we can be both sad that it's over and at the same time glad that it happened. Here it is. It's part of the healing process, so I actively work at remembering by talking about my memories as well as embracing stories about the person who died that the other people share with me. I'm going to actively work at remembering by talking about memories and embracing the stories. Talk about the memories and embrace the stories. Talk about the memories and embrace the stories. Talk about the memories. But if I talk about it, if I embrace it, I'm going to cry. Good, because that's part of the healing process. If I talk about it and if I remember, it's going to be painful. Good, because it's part of the healing process. If I talk about it, if I remember, I'm just good because it's part of the healing process. Yeah, you can't ignore it. You got to explore it. You cannot conceal it. You got to reveal it. You got to understand that it's part of the healing process. And while you're navigating through that healing process, remember, you can be sad that it's over. You can be glad that it happened and sad that it's over at the same time. But understand that it's part of the healing process. So heal. Talk about it. Remember. I display photos of the person who died, and I might have some special keepsakes that help me remember. I don't shy away from visiting places that hold memories. I also go through photo albums and I watch videos. These are the things that oftentimes we try to avoid. We try to avoid for the purpose of not feeling. We try to avoid so that we don't have to feel that pain. But this is what I'm saying, beloved. It's part of the healing process. We don't ignore it, we explore it. We don't suppress it, we express it. It's part of the healing process. And so it is absolutely imperative that you display them photos, right? Display the photos. You actively work at remembering. You talk about the memories. You embrace the stories. You display the photos, right? The keepsakes, they help you to remember. Don't shy away from visiting the places that hold memories. It's part of the healing process. I don't want to do it because I'm going to cry. Good. It's part of the healing process. I don't want to do it because I ain't going to be there. Good. It's part of the healing process. Some of y'all ain't been to the places that hold the memories. And guess what? You need to go. Some of y'all ain't been. That was our favorite restaurant. I ain't been there because of good. Go and cry over the spaghetti, whatever it is. I ain't been down. I ain't been to the place. I ain't been to that store since. Some of you, you're delaying the process. Go. Go. I ain't even been on that side of town because that's where it happened on that side of town. I don't even want to go. Right? I don't even want to go in the room because that's the room that they passed in and I shut the door and I locked it. I ain't been in there since. Go in the room. Go. Go. Those special places, go, right? Those things that you hold, go. Why do you go? Because it's part of the healing process. I'm going to cry. Good. It's part of the process. I also go through photos, albums, and I watch videos. Watch the videos, y'all. Go through the photo albums. Cry. Remember, I tell you this all the time. Release. It brings about relief. Release brings about relief. If you're not releasing, that means that you are suppressing. Suppressing is not, it's not a blessing. Suppressing is not a blessing. You got to release because it's going to bring about, and every time you cry, and every time you scream, And every time you let it out, all of those moments of release, they bring about relief. If I have unpleasant memories, I talk about those too, right? I see a counselor if I need to process traumatic experiences. All memories may not be pleasant, and that's okay. Talk about those too. And if it's real deep and real bad and real traumatic, counselor, therapist, coach, pastor, somebody. But the bottom line is you is part of the healing process. If you want to heal, you need to reveal. Here's the final thought. My past is an integral part of my now. My past is an integral part of my now. Today, my brothers and sisters, day 249. I told you this message was right on time. Remembering the past makes hoping for the future possible. If y'all got any questions, I'll take them. Good morning, Billy. Pastor, good morning. Why do you feel like a weight is attached to your feet? You feel like you just don't want to do anything or have any energy. What is that? And how do you get back on track? Great question, Billy. And I know that you are super duper fresh in this. Y'all pray for Billy. His father just passed away. Um, not even a week ago. Maybe a week. Was it Thursday or Friday? I think it was Thursday. So it may have been a week ago today. Um, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So his father just passed away. The funeral is going to be on next week. So you are fresh, you are brand new. You are still just navigating through the whole process of it all, right? You're navigating through the process. We still got to grieve and mourn and have the funeral and the celebration and all these things. And so it's brand new. It is brand new. And you're going to feel a lot of different emotions. You're going to feel like a weight is attached to your feet. You're going to feel like, you can't, it's so much for you to do. It's so much that's taking place right now. But as you navigate through the process, the funeral service is part of the grieving process, right? Even afterwards, right? Being able to outwardly express and get it out and feel, it helps you to navigate through all of that. So, yeah, you may feel like it's a tremendous weight on you now because we haven't even had the service and there's so much to be done. But that's just all a part of it, right? And that's all a part of it. Emotional grieving is emotional, it's mental, it's physical, it's spiritual, it's everything. So you feel drained, you feel tired, all of that type stuff, right? You gonna feel it. Just give yourself permission to feel. If you feel tired, if you feel weighted, if you feel whatever you feel, give yourself permission to feel everything that you feel, right? Because you're navigating through the process. And we're going to connect and talk and get together, and we're going to do all of that. And so the process is the process, and the only way through it is through it. And so just continue to move forward, continue to navigate through the process. Y'all keep Billy lifted up, and we gonna make it, brother. We gonna get through it. We gonna get through it. We was together the other day, and yeah, they was looking at pictures, they was talking about memories, all of these things, everything we talking about they were doing. So looking at pictures, memories, just expressing outwardly everything they feel inwardly. So we're gonna navigate through the process. We gonna make it. Any other questions? I appreciate y'all chiming in. Make sure y'all tag somebody in this post, share it. If it's a blessing to you, it's gonna be a blessing to them. Y'all remember, small steps lead to great distances, right? So it's just we are that's just what we're doing, right? We're making an attempt to little bit by little bit help you to navigate through what you're going through. So I appreciate y'all. No other questions. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. Y'all keep hanging in there. Keep praying. Stay focused. We gonna make it. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen. I can see. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. Let's go.